I wouldn't give for a hug.
Looks like this is the end of it.
When are they gonna let us through?
Ready, go? Deserve a rest.
Vogel, kill!
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed. That's what you get when you deal with
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like...
That does sound no matter then. If they've already left our shores, and with it,
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium, their representative hinted at a possible purchase. I feigned interest in. As soon as he left, I sent my own
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's... but I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, they deserved more. I wanted so badly to...
Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off. They need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather...
Hold on, Theo. So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Good day. Thank you. May we meet again.
Clive!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I told old Snotty to be enough for the village.
Well done.
Welcome back. I'd never have guessed, you know. Who'd have thought that they're keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. So then, not enough for us two to turn into a pair of...
That your idea of an apology?
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought...
But that ain't the whole of... Vulcan, our master, he left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before... You,
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word. Don't want any nasty surprises. Oh, and... Blackthorn.
Akashic on them.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was that?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons...
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have.
Well, let's hope you don't. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gate. No heroic last stands, you hear me?
August's right. The people here are tough and willing.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate, and it won't come to that. Take good care of Dravost till I get back.
Leave it to me. And... give those...
All right. Which one of you's first?
Vogel, kill!
Help me, boy. All yours, Torgal. Not good. Nice try. I needed that. Guess we're all ready. Torgal, kill!
question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding...
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall.
Good.
In time, yeah. But we can think about...
But mostly...
I'm afraid there's no get, meaning that it...
And that's if the flood... I hate to...
With either will fortify...
All right.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you, so...
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talk.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. I always envied you. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse, and from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally. Something I hope you see the sense of it eventually.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy. Our work used to be... Now, we churn out the same rubbish day. It's not about the craft. I've kept the average cunt, not even man.
That's a kind offer. There's people who... but that doesn't...
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell...
I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even...
Sid.
And this is?
It's about designs.
Now, there's a reason no one's... I'll admit, but the engravings on that, and they're not just for show.
Have you forgotten what brought you back? I knew I'd never between the two of us.
Clive.
As long as he...
Right.
The beast was charging at me.
Good day. Here you are. Certainly.
Here's the scraps you were after.
These aren't ready for sale, if that's what you're thinking. I know.
Lord Rosfield, is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little unless, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
Let's go. Faster! Thanks, girl.
All yours, Torgal. All yours, Torgal.
Two down. Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. girl.
Yeah!
I can walk from here. No holding back. Ready, go?
Yeah!
No need to ride from here. Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village. But the whole area's flooded with...
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Where are you, Theo? Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned. waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like... It's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. That's better. Kill! Two already. Theodore, you had me worried for... We have to get you out of here.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream.
Theodore! Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Take care of my sister.
Vito, wait.
Goodbye. El.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the... But he said you deserved a better life than this. Just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family. But I have never regretted the decision. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself. That he had always been grateful to you for saving him. And that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together. And you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo. Why did you have to... I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Carrot. We can make a difference here. We can help. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have. And to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own to continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together, then.
Everything's back the way it was.
Take that, you not...
Clive! To what?
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the band, just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going...
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people... Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in, and they have formed, and they grow more organized by the day.
We'll fight them all off just like last time. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. The longer we avoid facing our best hope is to nip these efforts at organ by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid.
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and... Mayor? That's easy.
With outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place, and having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem a sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike.
All right.
There's one upriver.
Just leave it with me.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together. Let them. There'll be no match for us.
Yeah!
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Take his head off!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running.
But we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmet born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why are you taking the bearers?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
I knew all along that he...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but...
I've seen your...
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it?
That's right.
The rumours that he's a bearer.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil, and they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refuse to consider anything but their own wounded
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to...
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
For sharing you.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope.
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come. We'll talk some sense into them in the end.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie. That a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, and so must I be. I must do what I know to be right. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain, so that for only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic...
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who has ever...
We'll be all alone.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town...
How could it possibly be for the best? These children, the least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their mind.
I would not take it, Victor.
It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the... I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. Your reward for clearing... Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do...
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Ah, Clive. I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As have those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well... The Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away. and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrek. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Come on. This won't be easy. You're a fine hound. Too slow. That's all of them. No one can uncross his toes now. Good. They haven't broken camp. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization.
With all haste. Lest any... I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more...
Yes, Mom.
Oh. But it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people...
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter. And I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn. And had such... But you proved yourself a How about it, my little dagger? Care to...
I never swore my blade to you. To liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, master.
You always were a righteous chap. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though.
All right.
I am. And thank you for everything.
Then I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former... She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sandbreak. Went quietly, and she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Come back.
Clive. Tell me we've run out of Papio.
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. The stews.
We were just about to make a start on that soup.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without you. Remember Camille? We'll be using his leather work for the steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed, and that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what... And the final flourish will be my talented colleague...
A team effort, led by the greatest blacksmith of...
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is, then.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I, trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the net.
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the can.
What do I owe the honor? Not saying Fornian, dear. Anything else? Yeah. Not saying Fornian, dear. Anything else? Trouble with your gear, or... I never thought me and Zoltan would ever... And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You do what you need to do, Clive.
With one of her suppliers.
Have you tried Molly's lemon tarts?
Canva lost. It can't be true. I'm sorry, but it was clear.
Miss, can we read Miss Editor's story for our lessons? How was she?
With Canva in the hands of Akashi.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting, sir.
Good.
Ah, that's brilliant. I'll fit. May I present to you the Telemon Furnace? Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? It looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you.
Shh. And I wanted to get... Can't think, maybe even out one day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together.
They'll hardly believe...
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea.
These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their... Unless we... Not that it's about time we all started to provide for ourselves. Bearers and guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely.
What if you could call on reinforcements from east?
You mean the bearers? We brought them...
So wait. You said you lacked... They may not be trained soldiers like your guard...
You're right, my lord. I will... appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool! Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you will have...
Thanks to you.
Me?
Lord Rossfield, my lady.
So what's the plan of...
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves upon engaging with the Akashic. Each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will, by coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm with luck. That point will be the village square. The perfect and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong. I'd say you have both in abundance, await. But you'll be neat, please. Leave the last of the...
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must. We work together. Everyone play, each shielding the other that no man might fall. That for Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you...
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. We will not let this village fall. Farewell. All yours, Torvald. Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan! Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I could order a detachment or two to...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men... I'll go after the curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, may the Founder protect you.